Ladies and gentlemen, I think 40% of the seating capacity is used here. Is that an indicator of being or not being aspirational? I don't know, but I know that that is one difference between your country and mine. I'm from Germany. I'm responsible for private sector development programs here in India since 2007. And I would like to talk a little bit about implications for an expanding economy and our relationship with India also. 5 points. I think the employability gap will widen even, and the only way to stop it from happening is a combination of an industrial and a skill development revolution. And I think the word is well used in that case. So it's a little bit, that's number 2, a big bang. And big bang is not only big money, it's big change. And one of the places to look for inspirations might be Germany. And that's why in 3 other steps I talk very small about German way, what we do at home, what we did here for more than 50 years in India, and what we think could be a way further. The numbers are clear. 10 million are missing every year, so we have a number gap and we have a quality gap, which are both quite impressive, and that's not the whole story. If you look at these figures here, you can see on the left up the contribution, the green one, the contribution of the agricultural sector to the gross or the net domestic product. It's going down. And if you look at the other here, on the right, then you will see that it is agriculture which has grown most in terms of employment. Now that sounds like a small miracle. Yeah? The contribution to the net domestic product goes down, and at the same time it's the sector that has grown in employment most. My question would be, how many young people can you park in the agricultural sector for how long before you get a problem? And one of the problems you can get already maybe have is, for example, naxalism. So there's a very clear connection between getting jobs for a lot of people, and it's not the elite jobs, it's the plumbers, it's the carpenters, it's the car mechanics. So demographic pressure, structural change imminent in the agricultural sector. A lot of people will have to get out of that sector very soon. Inclusive growth, in that sense, can only be job-rich growth, and that, unless somebody else has a better idea, but that can only happen through a very massive industrial development. So industrial revolution is required, and at the same time, in order to make that happen, you need a skill development revolution.
I'd like to see the previous slide.
The previous?
Previous.
This one? Huh. Huh. Tick? Okay. So, Ranjan has already said a lot what is going to happen here. We have challenges which are clear: shortage of qualified teachers, no vertical mobility, lack of industry linkages, outdated curricula, etc., and all the programs he stated. If I go to our place, if I go to Germany, then one big difference is, in our place, 54% of an age group goes through what we call dual system, and another 12% goes through schools, and those schools have grown after unification because there were not so many industries in the East to take them in. So this is a big difference in numbers if you compare it with India, where you have 3, 4, 5, 6% of an age group. This sounds a little bit complex. It is complex because you have to marry 2 worlds. You have to marry the company world with the public school world, and you have to marry a central government with state governments. And the basic difference for the trainee between India and Germany is that here it is a trainee, and there it is an employee. So the first decision is the hiring decision, and the selection of the school is just a consequence of the hiring decision. Don't go into these details, skip it, because I have to be half of the time. 5 reasons why I think it is worthwhile to have a look. PPP, this is the biggest PPP I've seen so far, our dual system, and it's quite old. learning in the working process, social acceptance of standards, qualification of training staff, and institutionalized research and counseling. Those are maybe the 5 most important reasons to book a ticket to Germany. Since '58, more than 50 years, we've been working in skill development here in India, and we stopped working with public German money in the year 2010. This is the list of what we've done. If anybody of you is interested in details, we'll help you out. And what we found is that you can make quite a profitable living as an institution out of the difficulties of the system. So skill development centers can live off upgradation training for industry staff. They can live off industry-oriented courses for job seekers, about training of would-be entrepreneurs, and they can also offer projects and practicals as part of degree courses. Actually, these are the 4 services the projects we have done have been offering, and after 2 or 3 years, they were breaking even. So it's even a profitable business with one footnote, and that is land. Government would have to give the land on a nominal lease. I skipped this one. Basic message here is you don't have to work only for companies and the profit. You can also have government as your client and follow a social target. Now, what's happening from here into the future beyond what we call development cooperation, which has stopped in this area, is providing services to state governments. Actually, we are already implementing projects on behalf of state governments. 2 examples, Gujarat, we're setting up 5 training centers for tribal youth, and in Karnataka, 2 advanced training centers, and others of these type of projects are in the pipeline. Joint ventures between government, between government and business, and exchange of information. And just some days ago, our chancellor was here, and they signed, together with Mr. Singh, some MOUs, for example, between NSTC and a German organization that is bridging into German providers in this field and to chambers. And that happens in the case of Germany, and it will happen in the case of other countries. So going out and bringing in the good practice from other parts of the world will definitely help to inspire something that is unique when it comes to the dimension of numbers. Thank you.